Welcome back, everybody, to the third and final part of the putter only round at the Hollows. Little score update. If you have not seen the first two parts, I definitely recommend pausing the video and go checking those out. Fred's at 3 under, Rob's at 2 over, and I am at 4 over. We are on hole number 13. Dead straight shot. You can kind of see the basket right ahead of us. I know, I do apologize. Seeing the baskets are kind of hard in this video because they are white and there's a lot of snow on the ground. But Fred's going to throw a little hyzer flip dead straight at the basket. That's what he was trying to do. That's one thing I love about playing with Fred is even when he throws a pretty bad shot, smiles it off, laughs, doesn't let it get to him, but he's going to be scrambling to get up there to the basket. I'm going to have to throw this pretty hard. Gave it a little anhyzer and looked amazing, but shocker, I hit a tree.
That was the exact line I wanted too.
There you can hear me say that is in fact the line that I wanted. It was just a little bit to the left. So Rob's, I think, going to try to go for a very similar line. Want to get a little anhyzer bended around these trees and then put it right up to the basket. So he throws the exact line that we wanted, but it ends up leaving him what we call a death putt. So if there are any of you out there who are watching this who don't play disc golf, a death putt is a putt that has a lot of danger behind the basket. So you'll see once we get up to Rob's disc that it is a very difficult putt. And Fred also had a very difficult shot because right behind the basket, I'm actually laying this putt up because right behind the basket there is a huge ravine. It's extremely easy to go down there and have a 40-foot comeback putt for par. So Rob, he has to choose, am I going to run this 30-foot putt or am I going to lay it up? Looks like he's gearing up to run it. Leaves it a little low, and even that kind of half run was probably slid out to about 35 feet. So I tap in for an easy par. Fred has to just pitch up. He doesn't even have a putt at it. And Rob now has same distance, but now uphill for his par. Leaves it just a little bit to his right. But he's going to tap an easy bogey, and same with Fred. This is probably the most difficult green out of both the long and short positions. And when you have snow and ice, it's even harder. So Fred and Rob gonna go down. Fred to 2 under, Rob to 3 over. And with my par, I stay at 4 over. So hole 14 is another one of the locations that does not change no matter the layout. There's only one tee pad, and we only really use one basket location. So it's dead straight behind. Well, it's not over there, that's for sure. It's behind that tree, the tree that's leaning over, so you do have to hit this gap on the left side. I usually go forehand on this hole when I have my full bag, but I didn't trust the forehand on that, so I yanked it a little bit right, and I'm going to be in the rough. This is a perfect hole for Fred and his throwing style and disc, and he's going to put it, if memory serves me right, he puts it pretty close through it, right at the left side, and it looked really good. Rob's going to try to throw a very similar shot to a couple holes back, maybe even the last hole. He's probably trying to throw a little bit of anhyzer, gets it to go just absolutely dead straight. So I'm over here just trying a super long jump putt. Not trying to make it, but trying to get it close. Rob ended up actually going long. This hole's really easy to go long on because it looks from the tee pad like the basket's further away than it actually is. So he's going to leave that just high and right, but he's going to have pretty easy comebacker for par. Fred absolutely textbook on this hole. Nice and easy birdie. Rob makes good on his comeback par, and this is where my jump putt ended me up at. So I'm going to stay at 4 over. Rob is at 3 over, and Fred is at 3 under. All right, hole 15. I think hole 15, in my opinion, is best from the long pad. The short pad is very much a poke and pray hole, but Fred is going to try to pure one of these pretty small gaps with a little hyzer flip.
Right in the circle.
And he puts it in the circle because Fred is an incredible gap hitter. So
I'm always throwing that judge on every single hole.
So I am trying to go right next, like basically that gap that's right at the basket. And
Ooh. Now it's just kick me backwards. Like to 50.
As you could hear me say there, you can't really see it on camera, but I did get a pretty nasty kick off a tree. So I'm going to have a longer putt than I would like. And Rob tries to go right up the gut, right at the basket, and hits a tree about halfway down the fairway. So he has a jump. He definitely has a jump putt that could get him easily in the circle. Not sure if he's planning on running this or just trying to get it close. But Rob is usually a somewhat aggressive player. He does like to run his jump putts, so that was probably supposed to be a run. That felt like a really great putt. I'm going to have a pretty easy tap in par. Rob's going to have a good putt for par. And Fred does Fred things, and he just is racking up the birdies. Rob's in for par. I'm just going to, not use a mini marker. This is not a sanctioned event. Tap in for an easy par. So Fred's at 4 under, Rob's at 3 over, and I'm at 4 over. So at this point, kind of a race for second. Hole number 16. From the short pad, it is dead straight. Basically, you want to throw it where Fred's throwing it. Throws a perfect shot. So you can either go kind of up to the right on this hill, over this hill, and then down, or there's that tree in the center. You can go the left side gap. With my disc being a little more overstable, I am planning on going more the higher gap, and I tried to throw it to the pin and grip locked it. So I just tried to throw way too hard. I honestly had the right angle. I just misreleased it, so I'm going to be scrambling.
Left side or right side? Somebody decide for me.
Left side. Are you on hyzer flip?
Yep.
Yeah, left side.
All right, so you can hear Rob just trying to have a little bit of fun, asking us what line he should take. We end up telling him to take left side. I think it ends up pretty well for him. So it's really tricky from here. Basically, I was like, I felt like the overhand was the best play, but it never actually fully flips over. So I'm still probably about 80 to 90 feet away, up and over this hill. And I have that left for bogey. Rob, this is the miss if you go inside as a right-handed player. If your disc does fade out, it tends to go down into this little brush. But he has a pretty easy upshot. Rob is also going overhand, or he's going sidearm. I actually can't remember. Yep, he goes overhand. He has a much more understable putter, so it does flip all the way over to its back, slides up the hill a little bit, but he will have a putt for par. Fred is right here, probably just outside the circle for his 2 bid. Leaves it a little short right, but again, he's so good at giving it a run and still having that easy par putt. So a little tester for me, high left splash out. That's my usual miss. So I'm going to tap in a double bogey there. Rob went a little bit long with his tomahawk. And jams the putt for a par. And Fred, he left himself a nice, easy par putt. So he's going to go tap-taparoo this par putt in. And just like that, dead center right on the pole. Fred's going to stay at 4 under. Rob's at 3 over. And I am definitely caboosing this this group at 6 over. Hole number 17. This one's a little bit tricky because it is a par 4. It's a short par 4, but you're going to want to get left on.
Fred was smart. He brought disc close understable.
You can hear me say
Said you were
smart that he brought
disc
disc close understable.
The only putter I can record.
But you want to get over to the left side, and then that'll open you up for the pin. The fairway is shaped like the letter S, so basically you have to be able to throw a shot that goes from right to left, and then a shot that goes from left to right. So whether that's a backhand and a forehand, or a hyzer and an anhyzer, you do need to have both shots to be able to get to pin in 2 for your birdie. Rob is going to leave this a little more right than he probably wants, but I think it's going to end up being fine. And I thought that that was perfect, and I hit another tree. Probably should have put a John hits trees counter. Rob's throwing a little funsy. He was thinking about that line, but it was more of a risk-reward thing, so he wanted to try it out. I throw, again, what I thought was a perfect shot. And there you hear me say it. I literally can't hit a tree. I'm hitting trees on pretty much every single shot. And sometimes in New England golf, it is what it is. Fred going to throw a absolutely dead straight shot right inside the circle for an easy birdie. Rob is off to the right side of the fairway in the rough. Right now it's not bad because it's winter, but in the summer he would have a lot of leaves and twigs to contend with. Try to throw a little anhyzer, got a kick up to the right, but it's not that bad. You do have quite a few jump putts over there. I trying to jump putt so I don't hit a tree and managed to hit a tree, leaving myself a tester for par. Rob is over here outside the circle, but like I said, if you miss under these trees over here to the right, you actually do have some jump putts. And a ring around the rosy, that thing is in there. Great putt by Rob. I think, edge of the circle or just outside. I am insinuating I'm step putting, so I think they gave it to me that I'm outside. And didn't give it a chance. Low left. Fred, most routine birdie you can get on this hole. And I tap in for my bogey. So Fred is at 5 under par. Rob is at 2 over par. And I'm at 7 over par. So hole 18, going up the hill. This is basically an impossible hole to get with a putter. You would have to throw it in to get a 2, because I'm throwing driver, and I think both of these guys would also throw driver if we had our full bags. Up the hill, and the basket is on a mound. Fred throws he wants to get a little bit left on the fairway. I think everybody kind of wants to get a little bit left on the fairway, because then you can throw a pretty easy upshot to try to get it in the basket. Rob throwing a nice big hyzer with his pure. And then I'm going to be up next, trying to throw this PA3 pretty hard, because because it is a little bit too overstable of a disc. So get on a flat release, throw it hard, and it actually ends up pretty good. Going into this round, I was kind of debating between a PA4 and a PA3, and I chose the PA3. Definitely think the PA4 would have helped me more. There were a couple holes that I threw funsies off camera with the PA4, and they ended up much better. So something I would definitely like to do again with these guys. Fred giving it a run and just going by it on the left side. Yeah, I'd definitely like to try this again with these guys. It was a ton of fun to record this. If you've never thrown putters or have never done a putter only round, get out there and do it. You're not going to shoot the lowest score you've ever shot in the world, but the putters are going to tell you if you throw a good shot or if you don't. So Rob tried to give that one a little bit of a run, left it pretty high. I'm running this 100%, and just went a little bit long, but I got a pretty easy putt coming back. Rob, this basket is on a pretty high mound, so it either goes in or it's a longer putt coming back. And I told Rob, I said to Rob, do you want me here? And he said, yeah. And then I said, don't hit me. And he was like, don't worry, I won't. And he almost hits me. So I got that for an easy par. Like I said with the mound, it's so high up that Rob actually ended up pretty lucky. I've seen some pretty terrible rollaways. One time I did see a rollaway on this hole that went about 120 feet away from the basket from a missed putt from about 12. But Rob makes a really good par putt coming back, and Fred's going to tap in for an easy par. So we're going to finish this round at Fred being 5 under par, Rob being 3 over par, and I'm going to be at 7 over par, taking the bronze. So I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 videos of us playing putter only round here at the Hollows. If you did like this video, please feel free to click the like button down below, and leave me a comment with some ideas of videos that you'd like to see us do in the future, whether they're other full round videos like this or some challenges, anything like that. And last thing is, if you would like to, there's always the option to subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and also it keeps you up to date for when I post new videos. So that is always an option if you do want to join the community and subscribe to the channel. So otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day. And until next time, get out and throw.